Suburban World.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, again, DJ Catsanova doing another overseas over-the-phone interview. This time I have the pleasure of speaking to my guy, Electric Fangs. How's it going?
Hey, sir. How you doing?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. Just trying to keep busy, make music during all this quarantine stuff.
Where are you locked down at?
I'm in Baltimore, Maryland.
Are you from Baltimore?
Yes, sir. Born and raised.
Nice. What I was gonna say what part of Baltimore, but Baltimore. I was like Maryland.
Yeah, I guess in the city it'd be like southeast Baltimore, but
oh, okay. Baltimore's a pretty city. I actually been there a few times, like back in the day. It's like, oh, it's pretty nice. So, what is your real name for people who don't know?
My name is Vince Paska. That's Paska.
What background is that from?
It's Polish.
Polish? Oh, do you speak Polish?
I don't speak Polish. My dad's very into our family. On my dad's side is super Polish, and they're very into their heritage and stuff, so they know a little bit. But I haven't got into it too much.
I was gonna say Dzień dobry.
I have no idea.
It's just like hello. I speak a little bit of every language. Any country that I've been to. I've been to Poland.
That's a good. Yeah, that's a good thing to pick up.
Yeah. Oh, and that in Nostrovia means to your health when you're drinking.
Right.
How did you come up with the name Electric Fangs?
It's not as meaningful as it might sound or anything, but I think I kind of like originally what I did with it was I wanted to make a name that kind of sounded like a cool like new wave band from like the 80s or something, like something like I don't know, something like Psychedelic Furs or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because the original music that I did was sort of like a take on that, like a more kind of satirical, kind of like a modern day take on that sort of stuff. So it kind of came from that, and then I just thought the name sounded kind of cool, so I stuck with it. And then over the course of me making songs, I feel like it's developed its own identity.
Did you have another name before Electric Fangs?
Oh man, I was in I had like a few different little projects. I was just going by my name for one, but then I was like, my name's kind of weird. It's sort of hard to market it. So I had this one project. It was more of like a dance music, kind of like a electronic music project. It was called Tranquilvania, and that was what I did before this.
Oh, okay. So how long has Electric Fangs existed?
I started recording for the project probably about like 2 years ago.
Oh, that's fairly recent.
Yeah, it was about this time, 2018. So I made some songs, and then I needed a new name for them. So that's when it really started, and then I started putting out music on Spotify like last year, beginning last year.
So is Electric Fangs a solo project, or are you a fraction of a band?
It is currently. It's a solo project. Yes, I think it'll remain a solo project. But I do want to get like a live band. Oh,
okay. Have you ever performed before?
Yeah, I've done a few different shows with more shows with like older bands that I was in that I played guitar for or sang for or whatever. I've done, I want to say like not that many, like I would say like maybe 10 shows as Electric Fangs.
Oh, okay. Well, once this COVID deal is done, you could get back on the road and start touring some more.
Yeah, I'm ready, man.
Yeah, because I'll come out to Baltimore and come see one of your shows.
That'd be awesome.
Do you don't happen to
Never had someone come from out of state? Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, I would definitely. I'm one of those people that like when I like somebody's music and I could connect with them, I'm a fan for life. So you're like, hey, DJ Catsanova, I got a show in Baltimore this date. I'm like, if I'm able to make it, you will for sure see me there.
Oh yeah, man, rad.
You don't have perennials on vinyl, do you?
I do not have any material on vinyl right now. That's something that I really, really want to do in the future, but not yet. No.
Yeah, when you do, make sure that you let me know, because I would love to buy a copy and have you sign it and then put it up on my wall of fame.
Awesome, dude. Yeah, I would love to.
It's my favorite thing to do. So you have a new single that's coming out. It's called Before There Was You. Give us some insight on how that came to be.
Yes, I do. It will be out on the 28th, and it is basically just, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's just a nice little ballad for my girlfriend, who inspired me to write it. And I've kind of dabbled in writing different love songs in the past for different people, and some just to write one. But I kind of noticed that all my former ones, my previous ones, were like kind of more sad, more on the sad side, not exactly happy love songs or exactly feeling too great about the whole situation. So, I just found myself in a nice relationship, and I made a nice song about it.
Nice.
I know there's a way that I can say all of the words that you never heard before, and furthermore, my words carry weight. I say what I mean, no more and no less. When I look in your eyes, birds in my chest, this beautiful mess that we call the world, it could be ours if you were my girl. And we both
Is that her on the album cover?
That is her. Yeah.
Nice. Who did the album cover for you? Do you do your own, or you have somebody third party come in and do it for you?
It depends on which one. Some of them are done by another person. That one, I designed it. She helped me with it. Like, she chose the photo for it. But I designed, like, I do all the graphic design on, like, the cover and everything. Like, I do all that. But some of my art for certain things, I've used art by this one guy, Caleb, from, I think he's from Los Angeles. He lives, like, somewhere around there, and he just does a lot of cool photography. So I use his art sometimes.
So, thinking back to your younger years, do you recall what got you interested in making music?
I remember seeing, like, my brother's friends do Battle of the Bands in high school, and I just thought that was really cool. Like, I was like, damn, that's the shit, dude. It would be awesome if I could do that. Just seeing somebody do it live was, like, really cool, especially when I was, like, people that I knew. And also, I think musicians that got me into playing was just, like, back in the day, I liked, like, Jimi Hendrix a lot, like him playing guitar. Like, I was like, wow, he rips. I need to learn how to be cool like that. So I kind of just, went about it like most 12-year-old boys.
Does your brother still play music? Like, is he in a band and has music on Spotify?
He does not. No, he doesn't. I don't think he really messes around with stuff too much. He was in like high school band, like marching band, and mostly, and he played saxophone, but he hasn't, and bass guitar a little bit, but I don't think he's touched them in a while.
Have you ever thought about like collaborating with your brother at all? Or has he ever asked you like, hey man, you should get me on the song?
Not yet. That would be cool. Like, maybe if I made a song about him someday, I could have him do a feature on it. It would be funny because he's like way different, like totally different than me. But but yeah, I'd like to see that happen. That'd be cool.
So what instruments do you play? Do you play guitar, I'm assuming?
I play like guitar and bass guitar, and then it's a solo project, so I come about recording it all myself. I play a little bit of keys, enough to like make the parts on my songs. I don't go with anything too crazy on keyboard because I'm not like a super insanely good piano player. But and I started, the first thing I started playing was drums. Like, so I play drums, but I don't have them currently on my songs very often because I don't have a drum set, and my place is just kind of like pretty small. It's a townhouse. People could probably get mad at me. So
when you're recording, do you ever bring outside sources to do instruments or collab or writing with you, or you just solely do everything yourself?
It's usually just me, but I've been wanting to collaborate with people more and just get people in on songs like however they can. Like, I've been trying to get just people that'll just send me voice clips and stuff that I can sample, like whatever it might be, coming up with like a production idea or something. I'm trying to get more into collaborating with people because it's really fun.
So pretty much you have a studio in your house, right? So you do bedroom pop?
Yeah, basically.
I was going to say, if someone isn't familiar with Electric Fangs and you had to describe your music, what genre do you think it fits into? But like, I was going to say bedroom pop or like dream pop.
Those are definitely like big on the sound. I draw from a lot of different wells in that way, but I think I'm trying to narrow it down into something that I would say is like some form of pop music, like some pop. I don't exactly know what the sub genre would be, but And also, like, I've really been into like R&B and stuff lately, so I'm trying to make that a bigger thing in my songs. That when I think about making songs, that's what the core of it always turns out, at least for this project, that's what the core of it always turns out to be, is like, I want the drum groove to be good and I want the bass to also be good.
Who do you think is your muse when you're making music?
My muse?
Yeah, like who, like, do you find yourself listening to a specific band or artist when you're making music for inspiration?
Oh, yeah, for sure. A lot of bands, I only know, certain songs by them because of how music is kind of marketed now. It's like a lot of intimacy.
Yeah.
So I'll just be on like the Dream Pop recommended stuff on YouTube, and then like I'll just let songs play sometimes when I'm doing stuff, and then to just like find new stuff like Good Morning. I found them through that. Like King Cruel, I just started listening to King Cruel, really, which I'm pretty late on that. My biggest one is really like grew up in my teenage years when I started actually writing songs. I listened to a lot of like Tame Impala,
Tame
and a lot
Impala.
of Tame Impala, like the front to back of albums. And MGMT is like a big favorite band of mine. I listen to them quite a lot still to this day. And obviously, we talked about, I like Hers a lot. Like, they're a great band. Like, ever since I started listening to them, they had a big influence on my sound. I think Thundercat is huge. I want to collaborate with Thundercat.
Oh my God. You skipped ahead of my question. One, I was going to tell you that I think you and I were talking about this the other day, if I'm not mistaken, about MGMT, that my favorite song is When You Die.
Yeah.
I've been listening to that song like on repeat this entire freaking weekend. Like, that's all I've been listening to. I want to make a TikTok video saying the second verse of that.
Yeah, that's a good song for a TikTok video too.
You jumped ahead because my last question I was going to ask you, now I feel like I have to ask you now, as I was going to say, if you could collaborate with Mac DeMarco or Thundercat, who would you pick?
Oh, I would easily go with Thundercat, I'd have to say. I mean, it'd be so that's a hard one, definitely, because Mac DeMarco would be super cool. I like quite a lot of his music, but it would be more intimidating to collaborate with Thundercat because if he pulled out a bass and started playing, and I'm just like supposed to come up with something to one of his bass parts,
like, all right, your turn.
I'm like, all right, shit, dude, I don't know. But Thundercat, I feel like the song would probably be better.
Yeah, I get that. It's weird that you don't even have to explain it, but I understand what you mean. Like Mac DeMarco, like he's really good. He's one of definitely top 3 favorite artists of mine, but his music is more simple. I feel like Thundercat is more playful when it comes to his music.
Oh yeah. I think he's got a little bit more like classical, like training in there in some way or another.
Mm-hmm. So do you think that music is, are you trying to pursue it as a career, or you do it more as a hobby?
I mean, I'd say it's probably about like half and half. I don't know. It's like at this current time, it's kind of hard to working on it as a career, as I think everybody who works in the music industry in any way probably knows. I would like to see it become something someday, but I try not to let that drive creating it. I try to just make things that I can enjoy, and then hopefully someday it'll be more of a career.
Hopefully you'll get there. You keep making the music that you're making. I have faith in you. You'll be there one day.
Thanks, man.
And besides Electric Fangs, are you a part of any other acts, or is Electric Fangs is just the only thing you're focusing on?
Electric Fangs is the only thing right now, but I am thinking about coming out of this pandemic with a new project. We'll see.
Oh, changing your name too?
No, I think I'm gonna just try to start up a different. Like I'll still release stuff for Electric Fangs, but probably just started more of a band type thing.
Oh, okay, got you. And off the top of your head, you don't actually have to go look. Who are the top 3 people that you're listening to right now?
I was just turned on to I don't know how to say their name, but I've been listening to them a lot. Their name is you probably know who they are. It's like their name's like
I know,
like Krang, but
Korrugabin, KHRUGABIN.
Yeah, I really like them right now, but I have no idea how to say
I don't think anybody besides them knows how to pronounce their band names.
Right? Yeah, they're crazy good.
Yeah, they are. Friday Morning is my favorite song from them. That's the first song I heard of theirs.
Yeah, that's a banger. Yeah, them top 3. Thundercat's new album just came out, so I've been bumping that a lot.
Yep.
And I've been spinning Melody's Echo Chamber, Bon Voyage a lot this week.
I know you have to send me that. I've never heard of that before.
Oh yeah, I think you'd like it. It's pretty cool. I'll send you a song from it.
Yeah, I'm always down to hear some different and more music. So now I have these cards. They're from this company called Poddex. So it's supposed to be like an intricate way to do interviews. So it's random questions. I have no clue what the questions say. Well, I looked at them, but the ones is going to be based off of what number you pick that I pick to read to you. So 1 through 10, pick a number.
4.
4. What is your most treasured possession?
My most treasured possession is music related. It is my 1991 custom shop Fender Stratocaster.
Oh, you have to send me a picture of that so I could like incorporate it with the interview.
Absolutely, yeah. I'll send you one.
All right. So now 1 through 10 again, excluding 4. We got 2 more questions.
Going with 7.
7. Which band or artist, dead or alive, would play at your funeral?
Oh man, holy shit!
At least that one's music related.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with hers just because it's like significant. You know, I feel like it
That's actually a
makes
really good
sense
one.
for the question.
I was thinking about it while you were thinking. I was like, I wonder if he's gonna pick. I thought you were gonna pick Thundercat because the first song that came to my head, and I always say this, I'm like, if I die, I don't technically want a traditional funeral. Like I don't want to be in a casket. I want to be cremated, and I want to make a I want to make a playlist for everybody because you can't attend my funeral that everybody can listen to, and then like I guess make a page and like share memories of me. But then like listen to the playlist. It'll be a playlist that I love, and you can listen to it to kind of like reminisce on times that we spent together, however we have met.
That's a great idea. That's like futuristic too.
Yeah, and then the song that I thought about is Thundercat's "Song for the Dead."
Okay.
I don't know if you heard that one. I love that freaking song.
Yeah, I have. It's a great song. Yeah. That'd be like a party, like a party funeral.
It would. So I'll give you some insight. So my birthday is coming up. It's in June. And every Friday I do a playlist, 15 songs. But this playlist is going to be called Soundtrack to My, is it Soundtrack to My Life? Yeah, I think it's Soundtrack to My Life. So I'm going to do 100 songs that from the time I can remember listening to music till now, 100 of my favorite songs that meant something in my life. Not that I just liked them, that like maybe it was an old love or somewhere when I was traveling somewhere and the song that I heard. And it's going to be pretty much just going to be my funeral playlist.
Get the head of the game.
Mm-hmm. One more number, 1 through 10, excluding 4 and excluding 7. 5.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good one to end off with too. So
cool.
Brag to me about the best things going on in the past 30 days.
Like the best thing for me?
Yeah, for you. I mean, I know it's hard with the COVID thing, but
I would probably say like if I can pick 2, I would just say like getting to hang out with my girlfriend, and that's been very helpful. And also, because she's like literally the only person I've been hanging out with. So otherwise it would be life would be kind of boring right now. That, and I think just like I've been making a lot of music with people. Okay. That's very exciting.
That's what I figured you would say. I was gonna say you released People Don't Know like a month ago, and then you're about to release another song. So I figured that would be the 2 things that you would say. Yeah. Working on music has been great, and there's a lot of songs that I've done myself that are completely solo stuff that I'm waiting to put out. But I think something that's got me excited is the more the collaborations that I've been doing right now. Mm-hmm. I don't know when they'll come out, but yeah. Oh, you want to give us a sneak peek on who you've been collaborating with? Yeah, sure. I've just been right now. I'm working on a song with my mastering engineer, who also is a solo artist. He goes by Term. That's like T and then a 3 and then an R and an M. He's a great musician and a great engineer, and he's always making my songs sound really good, putting the finishing touches on them, and we're doing some stuff. I'm working with a friend of my girlfriend's who is sending her some loops and stuff, and we'll maybe make some stuff together. Her name is The Mixtress. That's her music name. And I am mixing for a friend of mine
who goes by the name of Au Revoir Heart, and that's his band's name. So I'm mixing their songs for him right now.
All right, that sounds good. So
Yeah.
we're looking forward to that, and congratulations on your new single that you're about to release. All right, so before we get out of here, let people know where they can go to listen to your music and find all of your social media platforms.
Absolutely. Thanks, everybody, for listening. You can find any of my music under Electric Fangs on Spotify, Apple Music, pretty much every premium streaming service, and also the free ones like SoundCloud and YouTube and even Bandcamp. And if you want to find me on IG, you can hit @Your Electric Fangs. That's YOUR Electric Fangs.
All right, well, thank you for taking the time of your quarantine day to spend with me.
No problem, man. Thank you.
All right, and as always, we'll, hit each other up on Instagram and keep in touch.
Yeah, for sure. I'm looking forward to hearing the next show and hearing this when it comes out.
All right, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. You take it easy.
You too.
How to act.
Thank you all for listening, and be sure to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Apple Music, and Spotify @DJ Catsanova for new music, a playlist every Friday, and live shows happening in the Bay Area. Stay cool, kiddies.